Time for our next guest. Okay, so less than 6 months ago, my next guest was on stage collecting his award for best chef or winner of the Grand Chef Throwdown at the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival from Chef Robert Irvine. That was just less than 6 months ago. 3 months after that, he's trying to figure out how to make his fine dining steakhouse into a takeout joint. The world has gone mad. And let me introduce you to Chef and General Manager of Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens, Thomas Nevill. Welcome to the show. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Doing great.
Your background looks absolutely stunning.
That's my wine cellar back there.
Oh, well, that's a really good place to be around now.
That it is.
So let's talk about what happened less than 6 months ago. You were actually, because of you were with Cool 105, Cool 105.5.
Yep.
Representing them at the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah, it was the Grand Chef Throwdown for the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival, downtown West Palm at the convention center. And there was a 30-minute timed secret ingredient, full kitchen to throw down. And there were two other chefs obviously involved, and the three of us had a big cookout, and I ended up winning $10,000 for a charity of our choice. And we donated to Loggerhead Marine Life Center up in Juneau. That's
amazing. I do know that we have a picture of that amazing moment. If Ruby would throw that up there, if she can find it. I know the pictures are so teeny, and then she has to go like this and find them all, and then we will find it.
I'm popping in really fast. Hello, I'm the producer, Ruby. Taylor, can you give me a little bit more of a description? I want to make sure I pull up the right photo.
It's the one with a whole bunch of people on the stage. And a check. And a check. Even if it's the wrong photo, it's okay. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's there.
I don't see one with a check, but I see one with a lot of people. So let's go through these.
Okay. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, that's not it. Okay, this was part of the night. Now this is Mo Foster from Cool 105.5. Who you were representing on that night. Okay, it's probably one of the next ones. No? No more?
I don't have any more with people. Oh my God, producer Ruby is like scrambling back here.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm looking at amazing food. I'm looking at key lime pie, but key lime pie doesn't look like a person. So.
I'm telling you, it's been one of those days. It's been one of those, not her fault. I probably forgot to throw it in there. Okay, so Chef, so what was the ingredients, first of all, that you had to use?
So Creekstone Farms was one of the big sponsors. So they did ground New York strip, ground ribeye, and ground brisket. So we each got to pick one of those as our secret ingredient. And then we had kind of a full kitchen behind us, but limited ingredients. So if I was the one that went in and took the, potato roll, that was the only one that could get that. Or if I was the one that took the mushrooms, I would take those. So my recipes and kind of what I did was I got the New York strip as the ground beef and made my own coleslaw with a green onion peppercorn aioli. I made pickles in 30 minutes to put on the burger as well.
Wow.
I did a shredded manchego cheese to melt over the top of the burger.
Oh.
And then I made a warm roasted potato salad with a red pepper vinaigrette.
You gave me so hungry. Oh, God. And who are you pitted against?
I can't think of both the chefs right now.
Oh, jeez. I wasn't
both
there.
Local guys, great guys.
Yeah.
Went to the Culinary Institute of America back in the Bobby Flay days.
Yeah.
He's got a great restaurant here. Both guys were great competitors, and it was just a really fun event.
And we'll show the Bobby Flay picture again in a minute. So Chef Robert Irvine and as Adam Zimmern, was he one of the judges?
No, Adam Shipman from Man vs. Food.
Yeah. Was he one of the judges?
He was.
Yeah. Because I saw he was in the picture that we can't find.
Yeah, exactly. And the president of Creekstone Farms was also there, and he was one of the good judges as well that announced the winner after it was all said and done.
Well, congratulations for that. Now, like that's a really cool moment.
It was.
And then of course for you to hand over that $10,000, you could have used it in March, right?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
But you saved the turtles.
That's right. That's right.
Very, very, very noble charity that, especially up here in northern Palm Beach County.
Yeah,
and
all
then
the construction they're doing up there, it's they're expanding the entire place. So it was a great timing, and couldn't be happier to donate for them.
And then 3 months later, the unthinkable happens,
Yep.
and you're going from this beautiful high to, oh my God, how am I going to do fine dining steaks as a takeout thing? What's going through your mind at 3 4?
Just really focusing on the execution. And, we're obviously a fine dining steakhouse, and we wanted to give that same type of experience for curbside to go. So really just upped our game on how we would, our presentations, and plating, and, certain menu offerings to be able to handle the volume if we, as we went through the last 9 weeks of curbside to go, which is, it's still pretty strong. I mean, that's still a very, very viable option for a lot of people that, aren't ready to come out yet and want to be at home. So we've partnered with Grubhub and Delivery Dudes and DoorDash and Postmates.
Socially distanced supper club.
Is that anything we can?
They crushed it. They really came up with something. And John Brewer's going to be on the show next week, so that's going to be cool.
No, it's great. With Easter and Mother's Day and all these big holidays that we're, people think of us to go out and dine and have those types of celebrations together. I was amazed at the outreach and what we were able to do for those types of days for all of our, preset menus for Easter and Mother's Day. It was unbelievable.
So now that the dining rooms are open, have you gone to 50% yet, or are you keeping it at 25?
Well, based on our limitation of the 6-foot social distancing in the restaurant itself, we aren't really able to add any more tables. So our maximum, occupancy with the limited tables is really only about 25%. So even going to 50%, it doesn't really affect a difference for us on how many people are actually dining in the restaurant. So we have a limited number of tables, and when they're full, and that's all we can do.
When I was there, it was in the fall. We did the bone marrow tableside presentation, which there it is. But it's not even just about this. And the bone marrow is so good. It's about the entire presentation.
Oh yeah.
The server does this whole spiel, and as a matter of fact, I had it on tape, and I couldn't find. I actually taped him. I did. I'm a foodie.
It's fun. I mean, it really is. It's an impressive presentation.
So, are you still able to do that because there is the social distancing thing?
No. So we still have a limited menu.
Okay.
We've put ourselves in a position where we're just kind of slowly start adding new items and more items to the menu. So we've got limited selection appetizers. We've got all of our salads, cuts of beef. We've still got our pork chop, a burger, lamb chop. So, there's still quite a few menu items, but we've limited ourselves just until we start getting back to that 100% capacity. And we can add all of our menu items just for that purpose. So
Chef Tommy Nevill is also the general manager, right, over at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. Lots of hats, tons of hats. And, when I first met you, which was because of such a weird thing that happened, Local Dines had done a cruise to Greece and Italy in the fall. And on the way back, one of our cruise mates, Cheryl Fon, she was leaving. We were leaving from Venice, and she had a layover in Portugal. So she texts me the next day. She's like, "You're not going to believe this, but I'm sitting at the bar," or I think she texted me that night. I'm sitting at the bar at a hotel in Portugal, and I'm sitting next to the general manager of Three Forks, who is on his honeymoon. I mean, how weird is that?
I mean, just the smallest world. It was so unbelievable.
she heard you guys talking English. As the conversation apparently struck up.
Yep.
And she's like, "You got to call this guy." And I'm like, okay. Just so.
And here we are.
I wouldn't have known you had it not
I know,
been for that.
I know. It was just so random. I mean, that was like our last night from our honeymoon. And sure enough, we are, you hear English when you're in other countries,
right.
And you just kind of gravitate, towards those people. So we, again, struck up a little conversation. And next thing you know, she says, "Well, where are you from?" And Jupiter. I'm like, "What? I mean, what are the chances?" So next thing you know, she's sitting in the bar and the next month having a cocktail.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
and
it was great.
One of the things I asked you when I met you was, Three Forks is a part of a national chain, and this company is all about supporting local. But Three Forks is different than what we would consider our chain restaurants, because you are local and you have been for a long time working with local charities. Talk about that for a little bit, because I want people to know that the Three Forks is local.
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do within the four walls is obviously so important. But outside those four walls, it's such a huge impact to so many different people, so many different charities. So we work closely with Quantum House and Place of Hope and Urban Youth Impact, and obviously the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, to give back as much as we can. There's never a time that we don't try to do that. I mean, even through this whole COVID, we're doing a promotion right now on Monday nights where it's buy a burger, give a burger to first responders and local heroes. So every Monday, for anybody that dines at the restaurant and orders a burger, we're going to give one out to firefighters, police stations, hospitals, all the people that are on the front lines and putting themselves at risk and working hard for all of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Again, Monday nights at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. Are you having a problem getting, is there a beef shortage? People have been asking that for the last couple of weeks.
No, I mean, so far we've been okay. We haven't had any real issues with product. A couple items we've taken off just because we have some dry aged beef that we typically would do. Because of the time that it takes to get to that point, we're not going to be, focused on those, more about our in-house cuts that we're butchering in-house and, putting out the best product we can. So far we've been okay. We haven't seen any real issues with getting product in the building.
Let's take a look at some of this delicious food, Ruby. She'll fly in some pictures like magic. Oh, there's the yum. You still doing the baked potato?
Yum is right.
Just slather that with sour cream and just give me a fork.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, on the beef side too, if there are people that are having trouble finding it at the grocery stores, we're doing the butcher shop as well, where you can come in and get raw cuts of beef and take them home and grill them over the weekends. So that's been a great aspect for our menus.
That's
and what we're doing.
Great to know.
Phenomenal. So if people want to come in and, we got Memorial Day coming up, which is typically a at-home grilling adventure for most people. We have packages available for people to come in and grab a couple New York strips or a couple New York, bone-in ribeyes or burgers. And we give you all the seasoning, all the fixings, everything else to go along with it. So it's a nice little deal.
That's great to know. Yes.
Yep.
And can they find that on your Facebook page or the website?
Yeah, website, threeforks.com.
Okay.
Click on Palm Beach Gardens. All of our menus are up there, not only for the restaurant, but all of our promotions and all the things that we have coming up. So it'd be a great opportunity for people to come by and pick those up for the weekend.
Absolutely. Ruby, do we have that gorgeous steak? Are you kidding me?
To die for.
Are you kidding me?
I'm getting hungry because I haven't had lunch yet.
I haven't had breakfast yet. What was that, Tommy? What was
I'm starving, but I wanted to let you know.
Porterhouse.
Taylor,
48-ounce porterhouse. It's got the filet and New York strip. And then if you notice, even on the beef chicken bone marrow dish, we have a Maldon infused salt with bourbon that we light on fire tableside. So as the salt starts to burn away, it gets a little char and the bourbon flavor to the salt. And we use that as a finishing salt, just kind of sprinkle right over the top of the steaks. It's unbelievable.
Yes, Ruby?
Judy just sent me something that I think will be very useful. So I just wanted to fly in and let you know. We finally found the picture.
There it is.
Yay. There we go. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Ruby. There's Mo on the left-hand side, Mo from the Mo and Sally Morning Show. Next to him is Jay Cashmere from TV. Then somebody in a chef apron. Then Robert Irvine. And then Chef Thomas. And then I can't see because I don't have glasses on. A whole bunch of people. And then there's Andrew Zimmern. And I see Chef Lindsay Autry and David Sabin from the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival.
Yep.
And what an amazing night that must have been.
It was unbelievable. I mean, just the support from all the local restaurants and country clubs, and all the wine reps were out there. It's always a great event. We've been doing that event for probably 6 or 7 years now, and
wow.
It's a lot of fun. And that was the first time that I was able to compete like that at the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival. So that was a lot of fun.
I haven't been to that one because they moved it. It was over at the Gardens Mall for several years.
Yep.
And then they moved it the last 2 years, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Got to get out. Hopefully it will happen this year because Taste of the Nation was, gone. So
yeah.
I live for those things.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know that you've spent time with a lot of famous chefs. And if we could just really quickly fly in, we have Bobby Flay. Yeah. Look at that young pup. Both of you. And then we have Roy Yamaguchi. There's a picture with Roy Yamaguchi.
Yep. That was at the Roy's in Orlando.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yep.
Can't find that one.
Tasting dinner there. It was a lot of fun.
My question to you is, there he is. There he is. So you're like you're a chef fan.
I am.
So am I. And I'm a fan of all of you guys. Question for you is, if you could create a meal for anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Oh my goodness. Probably my grandmother.
Oh.
Yep. She actually passed last year at 98.
Oh.
And, I had the opportunity to live with her while I was in college, and I would cook lunch for her quilting club every Wednesday. And they would come over to the house, and there'd be 8 or 12 of her friends. And I'd print out menus and do the 3 or 4 course lunch for the ladies when they were there, and just had some really unbelievable memories with her and cooking, and kind of got me in this industry in the first place. So yeah, that would be the one.
Make me cry. That's awesome, Thomas. I love that. I love that story. Oh, well, she's watching. You know that.
Oh yeah.
She's definitely watching. And you've had major success at Three Forks. How long have you been at this location now?
This location about 9 years, but I've been with them 13. Opened every steakhouse for them all over the world. Was living in Dubai for a while, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville, and it's been a lot of fun.
We're very fortunate that we have you here in Palm Beach County, and I'm serious. Like I said, it's a corporate restaurant, but you make it not corporate.
Yeah,
you know
that's one thing.
And that's a compliment.
Yeah, we've always been a group that's been very focused on community and local and our market and what they're asking for, and really homing in on that. So we like to set roots in and really make it something of a really special experience when you come in, but also knowing the person behind the face, and getting to know people, and shaking hands and kissing babies and all those great things.
You can't do it though. You have to do it with a mask on. My God.
Yeah.
Whole new world. All right. Well, thank you so much for spending this time with us. And like Chef Thomas said, don't forget Memorial Day is this weekend, and they've got the take home taking steak.
Yeah, exactly.
ThreeForks.com. Three Forks is over at PGA Boulevard, west of Military. In what's that plaza called? There's so many plazas.
It's the Midtown Complex on the north side of PGA Boulevard, just past Military on the west side.
Okay. And I'm so glad that you made it on the other side, and many, 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 many more years. Don't leave us. Okay.
Yeah, we will. I'll be here.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Take
Great
care.
talking with you, Taylor. Yep.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Great. They have great wines, amazing cocktails as well. And please go and support Chef Thomas and his whole staff at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens.